Mauritius gained its independence in 1968, and we lacked everything on the island. The country was fairly poor, and I guess the fact that we were so deprived made me develop my own creativity. Hi guys, I'm Mario Guillot. I'm here again today to tell you a bit more about my life, about what brought me to become the designer I am today. I was born in the 70s on the little island of Mauritius. It was the 70s, the country was pretty poor at the time. I guess we were quite deprived, and it wasn't the best environment to breed someone to be creative and to be a designer. So I guess I am quite lucky to have these creative juices running through my veins, although it might actually be a curse. I grew up in a happy home with a real gorgeous mother who was a bubbly woman with a great personality, who loved cooking, who loved sewing, and had to feed a family of 6 and had to dress a family of 6 in the days that ready-to-wear didn't exist. My father was a brilliant TV technician. We repaired TVs, cinemas, and whatever had to do with electronics. He was very, very, very strict with us as far as schooling was concerned. He was always looking out for our grades, and we feared him a lot compared to our mom, who was the jolly one of the family. I had a brother who left for South Africa when I was 10 years old, so I was left at home with 4 sisters, 3 older and a younger one. And there was not a dull moment, because these girls would always be making their own clothes, had friends over. They were also very creative. All of them were arty, all followed art classes. This household was happy and jolly and had a very joyful childhood. Mauritius gained its independence in 1968, and we lacked everything on the island. The country was fairly poor, and I guess the fact that we were so deprived made me develop my own creativity. There was no magazines, no internet. We had 2 TV channels that would start from 4 to 10 o'clock at night. So we had really no source of inspiration, and the only source of inspiration would be my own imagination. I was always curious to see and understand how things worked, and our family household was permanently under renovation, and I was fascinated to watch the craftsmen, the builders, the cabinet makers, watching their craftsmanship. I would also spend a lot of time in my father's workshop, watching him take the TVs apart, and he was jack of all trades and would always be working on something. When I was young, 7 to 10, he would take me to his client appointments, and I guess what I really enjoyed was to see things get built, to see things starting to exist from scratch. The whole process of creating something was fascinating. I have real sweet memories of my childhood, of these days of innocence, of curiosity and fascination. My teenage years in the 80s, I guess, was the start of my future as a designer. We were still very deprived. There were just a few shops, and you're a teenager who's trying to look cool, who wants to go out, who's got to go to parties, and you have 2 shops to buy from, and you have no money to buy from those 2 shops. So my mom was a dressmaker, so she'd be making stuff, and you'd have a cousin or an uncle who would give you an old pair of pants that you want to shorten and modify. My mom would promise that she'd do it for me, and she would never do it for me. And I had this party to go to. I thought, hey, can't be that complicated. I'll give it a try. So got in the machine, and I guess I shortened that first pair of jeans. That wasn't jeans actually. I think it was pants. It worked. So from there on, I said, can't be that hard. let's try something else, and this other pair of pants that was too big, tried to take them in. I probably didn't do a very good job out of it, but no one noticed, looked good for me, and I guess this was the start of me getting into clothing. Okay guys, that's it for today. So if you want to know more, please hit that subscribe button, give us a like, it will help us a lot, and hopefully catch you next time. Bye bye.